Have you ever wondered why sometimes an AI feels like a genius, and other times it feels like it forgot how words work? Why your perfect answer suddenly gets cut off in the middle like a bad horror movie? Why one prompt gives you Shakespeare and the next gives you alphabet soup? The reason is not the AI. The reason is tokens, not crypto tokens, not subway tokens, not TikTok tokens, AI tokens, tiny invisible language Lego bricks that secretly control how much AI costs, how smart it sounds, how long it remembers you, and when it suddenly goes quiet, like it realized it left the oven on. Today, you're going to learn what tokens really are, why AI doesn't see words the way you do, how one extra sentence can double your cost, why longer prompts can break your answers, and how you can talk to AI like a pro instead of a confused tourist. I'm Dr. Dude. Let's abide and get in it. Picture this. It's late. You're tired. You ask the AI something reasonable like, "Can you summarize this article?" And it starts strong, gets poetic, then stops mid-sentence like it hit a brick wall, credits gone, silence. You refresh like it's going to change its mind. It doesn't. You stare at the screen the same way you stare into an empty fridge, confused, disappointed, holding a jar of pickles like it might contain answers. You didn't ask for a novel. You didn't request a PhD thesis. So what happened? Because AI doesn't charge by answers. It charges by tokens. Think of tokens as the electricity meter of AI. They measure input, output, memory, and even how hard the AI has to think. Every word you write is more electricity. Every word it replies with is more electricity. And just like your power bill, you may not care about amps and volts until the lights go out. Why should you care? Because tokens control your money, your results, and your sanity. They decide whether the AI gives you a perfect explanation or a half-finished thought. They decide whether your instructions stay remembered or get flushed like an old browser tab. They decide whether the AI behaves like a focused professor or a distracted goldfish. If you understand tokens, you control AI. If you don't, AI controls you. And today, you're getting controlled. Humans read words, AI reads chunks, not letters, not words, not sentences, chunks. When you see artificial intelligence is cool, you see 4 words. When AI sees it, it sees fragments and units that carry meaning in statistical form. More like art plus, official plus, intel plus, agents plus is plus cool. A token is a bite-sized piece of language the AI uses to do math on meaning. Sometimes a token is a whole word. Sometimes it's half a word. Sometimes it's punctuation. Sometimes it's just a space. Yes, even the space between words can be a token. Language looks continuous to you. To AI, it's made of LEGO bricks. When you type a sentence, the AI first runs it through a tokenizer. This is like a paper shredder and a sorting machine rolled into one. It cuts your sentence into pieces and labels each piece with a number that represents its meaning pattern. The AI doesn't store hello. It stores a number that points to hello-ness. It doesn't understand language like you do. It calculates language. When AI writes back, it doesn't compose like a human. It predicts. It looks at the tokens so far and asks, what token is most likely next? Then it chooses one. Then it repeats that question over and over, thousands of times. You're reading the end result of a giant probability chain, not a thought. Here's an analogy. Imagine a burrito shop where instead of charging per burrito, they charge per grain of rice, per shred of cheese, per cube of chicken, per molecule of guacamole. That's tokens. You don't pay for a response, you pay for pieces of response. Every "hey buddy, how's it going" is tokens. Every "can you help me with this" is tokens. Even this sentence costs tokens. And by the end of this video, we're burning more tokens than a dragon with a poetry hobby. Let's say you write "explain AI tokens." Now let's say you write "explain AI tokens" as if you're a sarcastic professor. Give examples, include jokes, tell a story, and relate it to pizza. To you, those are both small requests. To the AI, they are worlds apart. The second prompt demands style changes, narrative structure, emotional resonance, humor, analogy generation, and topic mapping. All of that requires more internal computation and more output tokens. The thinking budget increases. Tokens don't just measure length, they measure complexity. A short prompt that forces the AI to reason deeply can consume more computational effort than a long prompt that's simple. The bill you see doesn't show thinking tokens as a line item, but make no mistake, complexity costs. And here's another mind bender. Not all words are equal. Common words like the, is, and often compress into single tokens. Rare or complex words can break into multiple tokens. Long scientific words, unusual names, foreign terms, or invented nonsense words are token monsters. They shatter into multiple smaller parts. More parts means more memory and more cost. So when you sprinkle your prompt with fancy vocabulary, you may unknowingly be sprinkling it with gasoline. AI has something called a context window. That's its working memory. It's not memory like yours. It's not a database. It's more like a whiteboard. Every token from your conversation gets written onto that board. The board has a fixed size. When it fills up, something has to go. And what goes? The oldest stuff. Your earliest instructions, your initial preferences, the rules you carefully wrote at the start. Poof, gone. This is why conversations degrade over time. At the beginning, the AI is sharp. It remembers your name, it follows your tone, it respects your boundaries. Later, it forgets. It contradicts itself. It suddenly changes personality. It's not being rebellious. Remember earlier when I said I hate cats? AI 10 minutes later, cats are definitely your favorite. That's not malice, that's memory eviction. If you've ever done role play with an AI, you've seen this in action. The story starts strong, characters are consistent, the world is immersive. Then suddenly your character's name changes, the setting jumps, and a dragon becomes a toaster. Token overflow. The story collapses not because the AI is bad, but because the context window ran out. The AI forgot your world into oblivion. Here's the brutal truth. AI does not remember you. It reads the past few tokens you gave it and pretends it remembers you. When those tokens fall off the board, you cease to exist as far as it's concerned. Romantic, right? You may think short equals cheap and long equals expensive. Often true, but not always. A single sentence packed with technical jargon, nested instructions, and obscure references can be a token bomb. Token density matters. A prompt filled with dense language consumes more tokens per word than casual speech. A relaxed, simple style is often both cheaper and clearer. Another trap is repetition. People repeat instructions thinking it will force the AI to comply. In reality, repetition wastes tokens and increases noise. Instead of repeating yourself, simplify yourself. Then there's output control. If you let the AI talk freely, it will talk freely. Give it a word limit. Tell it to respond in bullet points. Ask for summaries. Structure the output. You're not being rude, you're being economical. There's a popular myth. The more details you give, the better the answer. That's true until it isn't. Past a certain point, more context becomes chaos. The AI has to juggle too many instructions at once. Some contradict each other, some fade into the background, some get misapplied. The result? Hallucinations. Hallucination isn't the AI lying. It's the AI filling gaps with statistically likely nonsense. When instructions collide, the AI resolves the conflict by guessing. When memory runs thin, it improvises. And sometimes the improvisation looks confident enough to fool you. You know what's dangerous? Confident nonsense. A quietly wrong AI is far more dangerous than a loudly broken one. Here's the moment where we stop joking. You don't pay AI for words, you pay it to think. Tokens represent computation. Every token is a tiny math problem solved. Every response is a storm of probabilities. The AI isn't pulling sentences from a vault of wisdom. It's generating them in real time based on patterns learned from oceans of text. Every reply is a best guess. A sophisticated guess? Yes, but a guess. The AI doesn't know things. It predicts things. It looks at what came before and calculates what is most likely to come next. And it does this at breathtaking speed. Thousands of predictions per second. Your answer is the final domino in a massive chain of probabilities. Tokens are the currency of that process. They fuel the computations. They store the temporary memory. They shape the reply. They are not an afterthought. They are the system. When you hit a token limit and your answer cuts off, you are witnessing the machine physically running out of room to think. Let's kill another myth. Bigger prompts equal better answers. False. Bigger prompts equal heavier cognitive load. At first, more context helps. Then it saturates. Then it breaks. It's like overeating. At first it's delicious, then it's uncomfortable, then you regret everything you've ever eaten. AI responds the same way. Too many rules, too many conditions, too many examples, too many edge cases. You get confusion, blended ideas, lost focus, fabricated facts. the machine is drowning in input. Smart prompting is not about being verbose. It's about being precise. Clarity beats length. Simplicity beats cleverness. A short, well-aimed question beats a rambling essay every time. Now for the good stuff. How do you weaponize your new knowledge? First, split tasks. If you want something big, break it into parts. Don't ask for a 10,000-word masterpiece in one shot. Ask for an outline, then expand each section. This keeps memory focused and output clean. Second, constrain outputs. Tell the AI how you want it to talk. Bullet points, step by step, under 300 words, one paragraph. Structure saves tokens. Third, reset context. If a conversation gets messy, start a new one. Don't drag 100 old mistakes into a fresh question. New chat, new brain. Fourth, simplify language. You're not impressing the AI with vocabulary, you're confusing it. Write how you speak. Clear beats clever. Fifth, pay attention to outputs that drift. That's your sign the memory board is full. When the AI starts contradicting itself, you've crossed the line. You don't interface with AI through apps, you interface through tokens. They are the bridge between your human brain and a silicon brain. They are the throttle, the leash, and the steering wheel. Once you understand tokens, you stop being a passenger. You become a driver. You'll save money. You'll get clearer answers. You'll avoid hallucinations. You'll outperform 99% of users without even trying. And now you know the dirty secret of artificial intelligence. It's not magical. It's statistical. It's not thinking. It's guessing very well. It's not remembering you. It's temporarily pretending to. And tokens? Tokens are the meter running while it does all of that pretending. In the next Dr. Dude episode, we're diving into context windows, why AI forgets everything, and what engineers are doing about it. We'll talk about long-term memory, persistent profiles, personalized models, and the future where AI doesn't forget you, even when you want it to. If you enjoyed this, hit subscribe, give the video a like, and tell me in the comments which moment made your brain go, "Whoa, this video really tied the room together." I'm Dr. Dude. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll catch you in the next one.